Good evening and welcome to Late Night Review. We talk about what's happening
and what's not.
I'm Jack Overbeck.
I'm Brooke Garza, and here are tonight's top stories. President Trump's climate change advisor, William Happer, has recently come under fire for comparing our culture's demonization of carbon dioxide to the actual demonization of Jews under Hitler. Now, it goes without saying that this comparison is ludicrous. It's like comparing disliking Brussels sprouts to disliking the racial integration of schools, or disliking cake to disliking how ethnic cleansing has gone out of style. And honestly, I'd say this was surprising, but when you look back at all the comments that Trump himself has made, this is about a light 3.
Trump has announced that he's planning to host a massive 4th of July celebration called a Salute to America, and is touting it as one of the biggest gatherings in the history of Washington, D.C. And if the president's Freedom Fest can possibly draw more people than the past hundreds of thousands that have come to support female, black, and LGBT liberation, then I guess we'll be forced to recognize the all-new Donald Trump March for Uncivil Whites.
Vanity Fair made waves in the journalistic community this week by disinviting New York Times reporters from their Oscars party last minute. This came after the New York Times ran an article questioning the prestige of the Vanity Fair party. New York Times has responded by uninviting Vanity Fair from her birthday party, ending their Snapchat streak, and unfriending her on Facebook. Hashtag BFFs no more.
Patriots owner and the white man's white man, Robert Kraft, has officially been charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution after being caught in the act by video surveillance at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter, Florida. Investigators of LateNight have noted that Kraft was recorded entering the spa at 11 a.m. sharp before an interaction I'm sure included multiple uses of the word Oriental. After what most definitely felt like a long and arduous process for all of those involved, Kraft left promptly at 11:15 a.m. Some have tried to defend Kraft's masculine stamina, claiming that the apparent quickie was only the result of Kraft's required attendance at the Patriots' AFC Championship appearance in Kansas City later that day. And I agree. Just thinking about how much money Tom Brady makes him must just put him over the edge. An interview that John Wayne did with Playboy back in 1971 is going viral on Twitter for racist and homophobic comments contained in it.
Here to comment on his interview and his newfound wokeness, John Wayne.
Screen legend, John Wayne, everybody.
Thank you, woman.
It's Brooke.
What, woman? I couldn't hear you over your crippling femininity. I'm just pulling your leg. Now, back in the day, when I made these comments, them here, Jacket Boy, I was a different person. I'm a changed man now. After being dead for 40 years and a lot of societal change, I learned that maybe, just maybe, the gays are all right.
Well, that's great. I mean, nowadays being progressive is a wonderful trait for someone to have, especially in the film industry.
Yeah, but I quit film.
Oh, why?
Well, you see, I died. And I just really couldn't do anymore after that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but it was good for me, you know, that time off, being dead. It helped me have a spiritual reawakening where I realized that all those things I said back then were kind of not right.
You mean like wrong?
No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
In the interview, you said that I'm not condoning slavery, it's just a fact of life that the kid who gets infantile paralysis and has to wear braces so he can't play football with the rest of us. I get that it was 40 years ago, but that's still a pretty harsh thing to say even for back then.
Oh boy, that was probably about the funniest thing I'd done ever said. I mean, wrong. Totally wrong, totally different now. Now I have a good black friend.
Okay, that comparison doesn't even make sense, John. Like, do you even play football?
I do not. Maybe I was born with infantile paralysis. I'm just prodding your cattle, you handsome man, Jack. And you are a woman.
Yes, well, I guess what we want to ask you, John, like, what did you do and what can other people do in their life or afterlife to be more accepting and inclusive and woke?
Yeah, being woke like me, it takes True Grit, the original, not the remake. And you gotta get it at me. You gotta get at most one black friend, one gay acquaintance. Can't get too close to him, you know. I'm just fooling around, you know.